We know that there was this sort of photo op stunt that occurred, and now it feels like the stunt has even gone a little further.
That's right. So we remember that there was a group of Democrat congressmen and women, as well as the mayor of Newark, New Jersey, who tried to go into this ICE detention facility that is there. And the members of Congress tried to say this is an oversight meeting. However,
the AOCs were pushing, saying, they better not do anything.
If they really were trying to conduct oversight, there's a way to do that. You can make an appointment, go and conduct oversight. They were trying a political stunt. They wanted to show that they were strong and that they were going to force their way through the gates and get into this facility and find out what's going on there. And there turned out to be sort of a scuffle. The mayor of Newark was originally arrested and charged with trespassing on a federal facility. Those charges have been dropped. But the U.S. attorney out of New Jersey has now charged a New Jersey Congresswoman, Representative LaMonica McIver, with assault and also with impeding the job of a federal officer, all stemming from this incident. And this also is in result of they tried to make a plea deal with her. They said, listen, we can just let this go away. We can just say, basically take responsibility that you can't violate the law, force your way in, and put hands on a federal officer.
And for a photo op.
Right.
Take responsibility for we know this was a stunt. You know this was a stunt. Let's just move on with our day. Not saying that's necessarily the right thing to do, by the way, but that's what you're dealing with in New Jersey. However, that is not what happened. She said, no, this is the moment to make a name for yourself.
That's right. And she has rejected this plea deal. And the U.S. attorney out of New Jersey, the District of New Jersey, has now charged Representative LaMonica McIver, who is from New Jersey, under Title 18 U.S. Code Section 111A1 because she assaulted, impeded, and interfered with law enforcement in violation of that section of the U.S. Code. They had offered this member of Congress a plea deal.
Yeah, they saw it as the stunt that we all know that it was and said, okay, say you're sorry, essentially.
And she rejected that. Because also what you're learning about this is from all these stunts, this wasn't a peaceful oversight thing. This was political theater, much like the time that AOC went down to the border and fake cried.
Yeah,
we've all seen it.
It's trying to become a household name. It's making yourself into a star, and we'll see if that works out for her.
But you also know that the Democrats may be thinking, there's some political capital in being charged by the Trump DOJ because we saw what happened to President Trump when he was charged by the Biden DOJ, state AGs,
bigger than ever.
Everything. He goes on to win in a landslide in November. So you have to think some of that's in the back of the Democrats' minds, like, maybe I can go, get into some trouble and then not take a plea deal and then get charged with something. But this also has a lot of parallels with what happened with that judge in Wisconsin, where the judge took the law into her own hands. And instead of acting as an arbiter of the law, an impartial judge, she decided to take the law into her own hands and shield an illegal migrant from arrest, from ICE. They had a warrant. And what happened? The DOJ charged her. And the Democrats say, you're authoritarian. You're breaking the rule of law. This is a constitutional crisis. No, what they're doing is saying, hey, you can disagree. You can protest. You can try to get legislation through. You can try to do everything within the rule of law. But you can't cause chaos, and you can't set a bad example for those of you that follow you that could do things much, much worse.
Yeah, I want to hear also this bite from Eric Swalwell. He was talking, obviously another person who you think would be trying to make this into a political stunt photo shoot kind of moment, and he does. And let's take a listen to what he said when confronted about this.
So we have to do our oversight duties, and she was in the right to go and do that. And I promise you there's going to be more unnoticed visits by my colleagues where they show up and they better be let in.
I don't know if he meant unnoticed.
I think he meant unannounced.
Yeah, unannounced, but I know
and
what
it
he's
certainly
saying.
wasn't unnoticed. We've all seen it.
We all seen it, but yeah, I said unannounced visits. They'd be doing these surprise drop-ins. Though, as you said, Will, there is a proper way to do this. They do have the right to do this. They do have the right to go take a look at it. No problem with that at all. They just decided to make this into a scene.
You know what probably should happen if you're doing an oversight mission to a executive branch thing? It should be unnoticed. I think he actually messed up with what he was trying to say, but said the right thing. This shouldn't be a stunt. It shouldn't be a press conference. If you're going to conduct oversight, then go and conduct oversight. And don't cause a scene. Don't get in a scuffle. And you know what? If they don't let you in, go back and raise it up. Get leadership involved and make an issue out of it that way, instead of trying to take the law into your own hands and cause these issues. You know what that means? You're going to get charged with something if you put your hands on a federal law enforcement officer. But this also pushes back on what Hakeem Jeffries, the leader of the Democrats in the House, and AOC were putting out there.
It's people like Tom Homan and Secretary Kristi Noem. You lay a finger on someone, on Representative Bonnie Watson-Coleman, on Representative or any of the representatives that were there, you lay a finger on them, we are going to have a problem.
Your statement the other day after there was this incident in Newark, you said they better not touch our members.
Correct.
What happens if they were to go and arrest these members, or if they would try to sanction them here in the House of Representatives?
They'll find out.
What would you do? I mean, what recourse? I mean, but doesn't that broach a...
They'll find out.
Doesn't that go across...
That's a red line.
What's the red line, though? I mean, I know we have the speech...
It's a red line. It's very clear.
They said if you lay a finger on a member of Congress, that's out of bounds. And Hakeem Jeffries said it was a red line. Now the ball is in their court, as one of their own, a member of Congress from the Democrat side, has been charged for this photo op. I mean, this can carry, depending on the way it's charged, what they allege, but can carry not more than 8 years in prison and a fine. So do I think a sitting member of Congress, they're going to try to go for the maximum? No. I don't know. Also, you never know with this administration. But what the key here is that there's bad behavior by those on the left when it relates to this immigration issue. And instead of trying to have constructive dialogue or even doing their oversight job in an organized, orderly manner, they're instead resulting to stunts, subversion of law. You think of the judges, the one that had a member of Tren de Aragua living with him, and then the judge in Wisconsin trying to help a illegal migrant who was before her court on assault charges, helping him escape and evade arrest from federal immigration and officials. And then you have this where scuffles are breaking out in front of these detention facilities because of the way they're conducting their quote unquote oversight. What oversight do they want to see? What was she? I want to know that from this member of Congress. If the oversight was, I want to go and just see, I don't even know if that's direct oversight. If she wants to see the conditions and things of that nature, wants to write a report, wants to go before a committee. But reality, I don't even know that she knows what oversight she was looking for, because what she got was the attention. And that, I think, is what these members of Congress were actually looking for here.
We are so excited to announce the ACLJ's brand new app, completely redesigned to provide you with the best tools available to partner with us at the ACLJ. You can watch the daily Secular program, sign the petitions, customize your ACLJ membership experience, donate with the click of a button, and receive up-to-the-minute critical updates that the mainstream media can't censor. Just scan the QR code on your screen or go to your phone's app store, search ACLJ, and click install. It's that simple.